First of the month, we out here. Once again, your favorite podcast that you get monthly, sometimes bi-monthly, sometimes tri-monthly. That should be a sexuality, tri-monthly.
I try something different every month.
Exactly.
We outside literally today, man.
We outside, man. We outside. It's beautiful in New York right now for once. You know, we're not in the city. That's part of the reason why it's so beautiful. You know, they're dealing with their own crisis, but we're going to talk about that later.
Yeah, y'all New York City niggas can make all the memes you want. Westchester comes with backyards. Man.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
And
We
own
like
personal space and pools that don't have HIV in them.
You know what I mean? Our pool got beer in it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought this pool is a cool thing. I didn't realize how much ice it takes to fill even a small pool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Apparently, more than our budget allows us to.
Mm-hmm.
More than our budget allows us to.
This is why we need y'all to subscribe, man. So
Yeah,
we can
man. So we
ice.
can afford ice, man. We afford ice. This is a sad pool. This is a sad pool. There's barely any biddies in this pool, man. This is crazy.
You know, it's a sad pool. Somehow this water has gotten dirty just by sitting here. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I've gotten in dirty water. My dumb ass went in the pool at the Clevelander in Miami.
Wow, that's disgusting.
Yeah,
alcohol. I've been to Orchard Beach. So
yeah, I never got in the water. At the beach.
You know, it is what it is. I was young.
I want to throw a cookout party at Orchard Beach this year. You know what I found out? There's a section of Orchard Beach that's topless.
That's topless.
You can go topless.
Really?
So,
great. All the abuelitas that I want. All the abuelitas are gorditas. Me encanta.
I mean, I'm thinking about throwing a titty party on the beach.
I love it.
Would you be with that?
I'd be with a titty
First
party.
First titty party?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Any titty. Not male titties, though. You niggas need to do something about that.
I mean, male titties are welcome, but
they're not welcome. They're not welcome. They're welcome. They're tolerated. Male titties are tolerated. They're not welcome.
So we were sitting here doing our pre-plan, and then some breaking news came across
some
the
breaking
board.
news came up involving our favorite neo-Nazi, Kanye West. Kanye West, and I use neo-Nazi ironically because you know he is pretty pro-black, but he's very pro-white about being pro-black. He's easily the most pro-white of the pro-blacks. You know what I'm saying? But check this out. Kanye West's ex-executive personal assistant, which I don't know the difference between an executive personal assistant and just a regular personal assistant.
It's Kanye. It takes probably like 5-6 assistants
to manage his moods.
Yeah.
All right. But Kanye West's ex-executive personal assistant claims he gave her the boot after sending her vile sexual texts and videos, which, not gonna lie, I feel like that comes with the territory. I feel like I would get vile sexual videos and texts being Kanye West's assistant. Not even from him. Like, he would just find, like, certain Pornhub links that he finds hilarious and send them to me.
He did that in the Adidas meeting room. Like, he brought in his porn of his favorite porn star and said that this is how I feel when y'all don't let me put my sneakers out.
Fucked.
Yeah.
That's pretty eloquent.
That's not helping him. Is there more to
creative.
report?
Oh, of course. So, Lauren Piscata. I swear to God, Kanye, you love the white women. You love the white women. You love Italianos a lot.
Yeah, that's obviously
Piscata.
an Italian name.
Piscata.
Yeah.
Pisciata. Oh, God, that's super Italian.
Pisciata.
Jesus Christ. Lauren Pisciata says in her lawsuit she was an OnlyFans model. Okay, so you're already not qualified to be an executive assistant. So this is kind of crazy.
Well, I can't say she's not qualified. It's just you know why Kanye's qualifying her.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because like she could be very well qualified. These you know what I'm saying?
I don't think she could be very well qualified. She could have the qualifications, but if she was very well qualified, she would just be an executive assistant somewhere else. She wouldn't have been an OnlyFans model, then became an executive assistant.
So you're saying how she got here was probably an unqualified way?
Oh, clearly, because executive assistants that don't do OnlyFans are just executive assistants.
Yeah.
Like they just have the credentials to do that.
We're kind of getting both to the same place in the sense of I'm willing to bet Kanye, her OnlyFans had something to do with why Kanye hired her.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But now, man, like OnlyFans is made just showing your box so mainstream. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure there's some Harvard students with OnlyFans.
Oh no, there's definitely there's definitely some
Harvard whores.
Definitely some
I can see it now.
Harvard hoochies, baby.
You know what I'm saying? There's probably mad. Just there's Harvard harlots.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Harvard hounds. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You know Harvard hunchbacks. I'm sure there's many different fetish. I'm gonna do my research on that when I get home.
Please do. But she was an OnlyFans model who posted a bunch of bikini and lingerie pics and was super successful, making $1 million a year. Now, here's my problem with that, right? They always say that, oh, this OnlyFans model was super successful. She made $1 million in a year. Now, I haven't made $1 million in a year, but don't call me successful because I make $1 million in 1 year. That's a lottery win. That does not make me successful. Okay? If I win the lottery one time, you can't say that I'm successful. You can say that I'm lucky, but you can't say that I'm successful. Success is doing it over and over and over and then being able to transition out of whatever initial business and do it again.
That's actually a fun stat to get into that I'd like to talk to, I'd like to do a survey amongst OnlyFans models on what the consistency rate is in pay. Like,
it's not very consistent at all.
Do like, you know what I mean? I guess it depends on the person, but like, I am curious in that if there was a $1 million spike, if she makes $1 million consistently, you know what I'm saying?
Like, yeah, was the $1 million during COVID? Because that makes sense if the $1 million was during COVID. But since I can go outside, I may want to go to the club. I may want to go to an actual strip club instead of spending that on OnlyFans.
Because I'm thinking, like, you know what I mean? If you're making $1 million a year, why do you need to be Kanye's assistant?
This goes back to my point. Like it was in this chicken and the egg debate. The OnlyFans modeling was definitely the egg.
Yeah. Let's get to the Tito. What did she say he did? So he sent her pictures.
Okay, hold on. Kanye hired Lauren in July 2021. So we're getting to the crux of this. July 2021. COVID was happening. There were still COVID restrictions. So we're kind of getting to where this $1 million. We're trying. Yeah. The evidence is kind of speaking this. It's telling the story. It's telling the story. All right. So Kanye hired this woman in July 2021 after meeting her when he was putting together his fashion line. She says she also collaborated with him and worked with him on 3 songs on Donda. Now, I don't...
This bitch had writer's credit?
What is going on here? What is going on here?
Donda's a masterpiece. Son.
Listen, you can't...
Donda's a masterpiece,
bro,
nigga.
Here's my thing. I know for a fact, because other rappers have talked about this, Kanye will have women just come in the studio and get naked. You really? Can't... Yes. That is a well-known fact that Kanye West will, when he's recording, he'll have chicks just come into the studio, get naked.
So hold on, I just want to. So where does do they have anything about the context of where the texting started, the photos, the pictures, like, because they're doing a lot of detail painting, but like, what did he do wrong? You know what I'm saying?
Well, apparently he gave her the boot. He fired her after sending her a bunch of lewd texts and videos, right? So essentially, he was trying to, he was being a little bit too forward, right, in terms of how he was coming on. And
he pulled the Vince McMahon.
He pulled it. Well, worse, because Vince McMahon actually promised money. She actually had a job. Like, she actually had a position. And after the sexual violation was unrequited, you know what I'm saying? He gave her the boot. So it was a little bit more despicable because she actually had some kind of job security. I'm sure she was glad to be Kanye West's executive assistant after doing OnlyFans because that money's not consistent.
Yeah, and. See, do you know the reason why I can believe this is like, all right, here's the thing, right? What I get from this headline is that, everybody right now is like, there's celebrities that are worried about not being associated with Diddy right now, right? Which we'll get more Diddy in a minute. But everybody it's not just about who did what wrong, who did wrong right now. It's not just about like what you did. It's about what you co-signed. So it's a very sensitive time right now when it comes to the whole SA allegations. You know what I'm saying? So the thing about it is, it doesn't sound to me like outside of maybe wrongful termination that he did anything necessarily creepy. Like, it seems to me as if he hired her on some...
on the basis of her, being sexually attracted. Yes,
I'm sorry, but that's what it sounds like to me. And it just sounds like, once he realized he wasn't going to get none, he fired her. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And here's the thing, right?
Or he got some and then fired her. There's always that.
Because, like, the way I'm looking at it is like, we've all overpromised a girl at some point in our life that we were sexually pursuing. You know what I'm saying?
Comes with the territory.
when you have that much money, a job I could easily see being one of those things. And it doesn't mean that he was right for that.
Yeah.
But I said all that to say this, although it doesn't sound to me like he did anything assaulty in a sense, you know what I mean? Like it seems like shoot your shot shoot your shot going wrong.
Yeah.
When it comes to Ye, I gotta say I do believe her to have the right evidence to support what she's accusing him of in the sense of wrongful termination, because I remember Kanye around this time, you know what I'm saying? He was letting crazy text messages leak. You know what I'm saying? Like when the dude overslept. There was an engineer that overslept for a Kanye session. And Kanye didn't just fire him. He told him to go find God. You know what I mean?
Well, it's kind of funny because that comes up.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, that comes up.
So, all right, continue reading.
All right, so after he hired her, a year later, she says he came to her and wanted her to be godlike and asked her to delete her OnlyFans account and promised to pay her $1 million a year if she did so. She says she agreed. Now, I don't believe that only because of the fact that what part of that is believable to a woman? You believe that she would be, I can't even, gullible enough to believe that a rapper would pay her $1 million a year to delete something that doesn't even affect him?
Yeah, because Prince used to do shit like that. Prince used to walk in the club and give a girl $10,000 to get off the pole and go home. You know what I mean? And Kanye has referenced Prince multiple times. That's a known story.
Well, but Prince was a Jehovah's Witness.
Yeah,
he didn't even believe in birthdays.
Yeah, but Kanye is presenting himself as if to be a born again type dude. He speaks out against abortion. Mm-hmm. He does a lot of quote unquote religious things. I'll say he supports a lot of quote unquote religious movements. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta say, side note, man, rest in peace to Prince. That's kind of simpy. A little simpy.
He just, he was at a party and he said, what would it take for you to go home? So, I can see it because you know what it is Kanye is an artist. He's an artist's artist.
Yeah, things mean something different to him.
We've always seen create off a muse.
Yeah.
I mean, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy being a muse of, the muse that was lost in the sense of Amber Rose. Even the Donda album, his mother's a muse, know, and this so I can see him becoming. Remember when he had talks about pursuing Kim Kardashian, he was like, I looked at Don C and said, I'm a marry Kim Kardashian. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He seems like he gets worked up in his head about women, and you gotta think about it, because if she goes with this, it's swag. Yeah. Think about the story. If she goes with it, it's I saw her doing OnlyFans. I paid her $1 million a year to get rid of it. I hired her as my assistant. She moved up to my manager, and now we married. That sounds like a Kanye story. And then if you think about it, remember, this is 2021. Not too much later after that, he was walking around with the new wife, getting head in Italy, doing all this type of stuff. This is right up the nigga's alley. I want you to be godlike because he wants a porn star. He just wants a porn star that doesn't hurt his ego or his image.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Which. Good luck with that. At that point, motherfucker, just be like Trump. That's just goofy.
But before we go any deeper into it, because we've been here for a while, just what is your opinions on the whole scenario in the sense of what this means for Kanye, or does this change anything? How do you feel about this whole thing?
How do I feel? I mean,
because a lot of this is, a lot of this is her trying to cash out on defamation of public image, even if it is true.
Yeah. I mean, so. I feel essentially like that. I feel like, listen, there's a lot of people. I'm not going to say women in this specific. There's a lot of people who get fired for a bunch of bullshit reasons, and they don't feel the need to sue the company. They don't feel the need to do anything. Even if they have the same amount of evidence, they don't feel the need to go through all of this shit. So I always find it a little bit weird when people who are placed in the same exact situation as they would in Applebee's, being an Applebee's waitress, going through the same exact shit. They now they're with Kanye West, and now they feel the need to bring this out into the public and bring this out into the light. Y'all, girls don't care when this shit happens and it's the manager at Applebee's.
Yeah.
They don't care when it's the manager at DSW.
Nor do niggas.
Nor do niggas
care when it's Diddy.
Yeah, exactly. Nor do niggas for the most part. Exactly. No, I agree. But when it's Diddy or when it's and then side note, a male escort came out and was talking about things that did bro, you're a male escort, you're a gigolo. Chill out. Chill out. What are you talking about? You already potentially fuck women and men for money. Cut it out.
When the drug dealer gets robbed and tells the cops.
Like, bro, this shit is ridiculous, bro. Like, God damn, there's not even honor among being unhonorable anymore.
So what are you saying in totality?
In totality, I believe like there's no honor in anything, even being unhonorable. Like even like Ebenezer Scrooge was a piece of shit, and he didn't care how people felt about it. Like he was just a piece of he just was a piece of shit. Like that's just how it was. And there are certain rich people like that stand on business. They're just like, nah, I'm a rich, selfish piece of shit. Don't try to be like the type of person who will do things for money or do things for clout or do things to be morally bankrupt. But then when some shit happens to you, you now all of a sudden you're principled. Don't do that shit, bro. Don't do that shit.
Convenient morality.
Yes, selective outrage. Shout out to Chris Rock. Selective outrage. A lot of you motherfuckers have selective outrage. It boggles my fucking mind. You have selective outrage towards things that morally you don't stand 10 toes down on anyway. It's weird.
I have a feeling we're going to come back to this Kanye thing. We got a nasty list to get through.
It's been a nasty year.
Right,
been a nasty year.
Let's move on to the next.
Yeah, let's please.
So speaking of rich men that vote Republican and love porn stars, Donald Trump has been found guilty on, I think it's like 34 counts in a New York jail. Yeah, I mean, this shit is crazy because I'm gonna keep it real. I don't know what son is in trouble for. You know what I mean? And I think the fact that I don't really know what he's in trouble for, other than like, I think it's called falsifying documents. Yeah. Just lets me know that ain't nothing about to happen from this. You know what I'm saying? Like, it seems to me like it's just Democrats trying to celebrate a chink in this man's armor, but like
they're giving him more fuel.
Trump is hip hop. Yeah. I hate to say it, but he's hip hop. I mean, he was just up there with Chef G and Sleepy Hollow. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying hip hop loves Trump. What I'm saying is,
but it does.
No, well, I mean, some of it does, but what I'm getting at though is, it's hip hop. He's hip hop in the sense of like going to jail only makes him sell more albums. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Trump catch a body, like it's gonna cause more record sales. You know what I'm saying? Like he's Tupac in that sense, in the sense of like he was losing a little bit of steam. I think this made, at least in the public fodder,
it put a battery back in his back.
It rejuvenated him hot again.
Yeah, it rejuvenated him.
You know what this is like? All right, I feel like the Trump guilty verdict is like when Fat Joe and Jadakiss came and stood next to Ja Rule and did the New York remix when he was on his way out beefing with 50 Cent. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, now we have to talk about him again. Mm-hmm. I just don't think Joe Biden is 50 Cent. At least not anymore. No. You know, young Joe Biden might have been able to, you know what I mean? Yeah. I think what's going to happen is he already, this nigga, like, he was sad for like 30 seconds, right? I peeped the shit. Nigga was sad for 30 seconds. And then this nigga just started popping up more places than Diddy after the raid. Like, I look up, this nigga's at UFC 304 or some shit. He out there walking niggas to the ring. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. You know what I mean? This nigga is doing speeches in front of the American flag. Like, yo, we will appeal. And here's the thing, right? Me and Steve was watching this nigga's speech, right? This nigga came out the gate, bro. He didn't even talk about the arrest. Nigga, like, first of all, there's illegals coming not just from South America. They're coming from Africa. They don't have jobs. They stink. They milli rock on any block, and they sell fentanyl-infested grabba. All right? Like, this nigga just came out wilding on niggas from the gate. Like, yo, bro, this nigga, he started talking about the Arabs. Like, yo, this nigga just came
out strong. He's like, came out with the Ike Turner hand.
He's like, Joe Biden's not stopping him. You know what I'm saying? All this is putting more mics in the nigga face. I think the nigga gonna, even if he get found guilty, he gonna pardon himself if he becomes president again. You know what I'm saying? And I think what hurt was what I do know is that out of all the trials he's facing, these were the least serious charges. Yeah. He has more trials to face. Yes. I think the problem with him getting found guilty on the least serious charges is that this is gonna allow him to probably negatively impact the public outlook on him to the point where some of the more serious charges that might actually need to stick is going to have a harder time sticking with a jury because of how he's going to manipulate that this is somehow an assassination. He called Joe Biden a fascist. Yeah. You know what I mean? So
Listen.
I don't really know what's going on. I just know like this nigga is, you know what I mean? He's not Ja Rule. He's 50 Cent,
bro,
but he's got a Ja Rule handout.
Bro, I'm about to dump. And I'm gonna tell you why I'm about to dump, right? Because I can declarely say,
give it to him, son.
I've never, since the time I've been registered to vote, I've never been a Democrat. I've been independent the entire time. So niggas can't even say that, oh, Chris is Democrat. And you can't even say that. All right. Since the moment that I've been able to re-register to vote in 2012, since Barack Obama was in office, I've been a registered independent.
He ain't in the street. He in the streets.
I'm about to dump on you niggas. And the reason why I'm about to dump on you niggas, and by niggas I mean Democrats, this is why.
I'm gonna just let you know right now, they're gonna kill you in the comments.
I don't give a fuck. Because check this out. Because here's the thing. You're never gonna be able to argue with me. And I'm gonna tell you why. Check this out. Right?
You gonna sign in this week then.
Yep.
Right, sign in.
I damn sure am.
I'm tired of arguing these niggas.
Yep. Because check it out, right?
My teeth into it.
So former President Donald Trump's conviction in New York stemmed from $130,000 in hush money payment his attorney, Michael Cohen, made to an adult film star, Stormy Daniels, in the days before the election, right? And the actual charges he's being charged with is for falsification of business records in the first degree. Now, let's clear something out.
Does it say where the funds were supposed to go?
No, they were going to Stormy Daniels.
No, but where were they? What was he supposed to do with them?
What do you mean?
Like, were these his campaign funds? What funds were these?
No, it's just a falsification of business records, meaning that he's taking money from somewhere else, maybe from his business, right? And then is using that business to pay Stormy Daniels. So he's taking out of something else. It could be the golf course. It could be the hotels. It could be real estate. It could be anything.
And he's putting in like Stormy Daniels Construction LLC that you started last week.
Exactly. But here's the thing. Here's the reason why I'm gonna check this out. And here's the reason why the Democratic Party has fucked himself. All right. Last time I checked, the Democratic Party was pro-sex work. Correct. All right. So since you're pro-sex worker, since you're pro-sex work, you should have no problem with any way that a person goes about paying someone for the job of sex work. The fact that he falsified business records has nothing to do with the fact that even if he did falsify records, a sex worker got paid. All right. The fact of the matter is this. Everyone has taken money out the register. All right. Everyone's worked at a retail job that you didn't give a fuck about when you took money out the register.
I never took money out the register, son.
We're not gonna get into him. Because I actually know his background. He's done worse shit than that. But everyone's done some shit that they haven't done on the job. Why? Generally speaking, because your job don't pay you enough. And what are you doing with that money? You're doing some bullshit with that money. Right? Everyone does bullshit with this money. The thing I find hypocritical about it is that they're pro-sex work, but they're using a sex worker that was actually paid off for what she was done to cast Donald Trump as if he's a criminal.
I don't think that's why they're casting him as a criminal.
No, that's exactly why they're casting. They're using.
I think that's what they're using.
Yes, I just said that. They're using this as a means to use them. And there's but the problem is, you know what the problem is that the other people that are cohorts of Donald Trump, the other people that are cohorts of the associates like Michael Cohen, politicians like Nancy Pelosi, right? All of these people, insider trading, taking money from businesses and putting them and allocating them somewhere else. Y'all don't got nothing to say about these people. Nancy Pelosi's actually come out and admitted damn near to insider trading. There are people on Wall Street Bets in Reddit that are using her trading data to make trades because she's beating the market. She's beating experienced traders in the market. Y'all don't got nothing to say to this bitch. Y'all got nothing to say to her. But when a man takes money from his businesses, he's not taking taxpayer dollars. He's not taking taxpayer dollars from people. He's taking money from his own businesses and using his lawyers to pay off a porn star. But and y'all mad about that?
It's Al Capone. It's we gotta get you on tax fraud.
My God,
you know what you did, my nigga. We gotta get you on tax fraud.
But my point is that
I know what you're saying.
But when there's politicians doing blatantly wrong shit that actually hurt the everyday person, y'all got nothing to say about that. The New York DA got nothing to say about that. New York DA got nothing to say about nobody on Billionaires Row except this nigga. Nah. Now, I have a problem with that because if you expect me to believe that every motherfucker on Billionaires Row isn't falsifying business records, you niggas is crazy.
Whoa, Kimosabi.
Crazy.
Nah, you
crazy.
I don't have nothing to say to this, but you know
Bro,
what you have to say? I think when you got to take 122,000 out of your business account to pay for some pussy, that's punishment alone. All right, because that's horny thoughts that you have to pay for. Because listen, I never had $122,000.
Yep.
And I never had $122,000 in a business account to pay. But I've been at the strip club where now you got to go to the ATM and you got to pay the $12
the ATM
the
fee.
$12 Magic City ATM fee. And you feel that shit in the morning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's $12.
Yeah.
If I had to multiply that by 100,000,
yeah.
That's punishment enough.
I'm be honest. If I'm paying 120,000, I'm not, and I'm falsifying business records to do it. I'm thinking I'm gonna die before this come to light.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking that niggas is going to use it against me. And that's the thing that I know Trump is mad about, because Trump probably knows way worse shit about businessmen in New York. It's New York we're talking about. Like this ain't Wonderland, all right? This ain't Candyland, all right? There was literally a building in the Bronx a couple of months ago that literally collapsed in on itself, an apartment building. You don't think that the landlord there is falsifying business records, nigga?
I mean,
come on, son.
Right?
Come on, son.
I'm
crazy.
I'm mad that he did this. You want to know why I'm mad that he did that? I'm mad that Stormy Daniels got $122,000 in hush money because y'all rich niggas is ruining the escort game, man. Stormy Daniels was probably a smooth 3,000 to fuck.
I'm gonna be honest. I feel like the only reason why the escort, I feel like the rich people subsidize escorts for us. I feel like rich people, rich men, like rich old ugly men like Donald Trump pay so much for pussy that I can go to a chick and pay her $500 and she'd be like, "You cute," and you.
Because he's Donald Trump. Okay.
Because they're overpaying.
Got it.
They're overpaying because they're old and they're unattractive, and it makes it easier. They're subsidizing the market.
She'll take the $500 to fuck me.
Exactly, because she knows she can get the 15 bands from a nigga like Donald Trump.
Yeah. We might even go to brunch after this. You know what I mean?
Like I said, so shout out to all the old niggas subsidizing.
That's the other thing. You got to get the escorts early. That's when they're cheap.
When they're just starting off, they don't know any better.
Because checkout's 11. So the way they looking at it, like, yo, you can get here by 9 a.m. You can still probably get Stormy Daniels for 3,000. And her shit up right now. Not only did she get all that, but her fucking porn search is probably through the roof right now. I haven't thought about Stormy Daniels since Real Sex. You know what I'm saying? She ended up in my Google search.
I still do think about Katie Morgan though. So if you see this,
yeah, we met her, man.
We did meet you.
I told Katie Morgan. I said first time I really beat my dick was to you.
Yeah, Katie Morgan.
First time I beat my dick successfully was to you.
Katie Morgan is just as lovely as you think she is.
But you see, that's the thing about it, right? Like. She chuckled when I said that. But let me get P. Diddy money. Like, she's gonna be like, Bocce whispered in my ear.
Right? And this is my whole point, man. This is my whole point. All right, more of the story for this. Final thoughts. I think that Democrats, the DA in New York, could find way more salacious shit within the donors of their own party. Way more salacious shit than paying a porn star. Way more. But they choose not to. Why? Because it gives them an advantage.
Yeah, they probably...
That's my end goal. Like, I don't fuck with y'all niggas.
Yeah, porn stars the least. Like, these niggas paying children.
Bro.
Too far.
Man, listen.
All right, let's next topic. In the world of blockbusters, independent films, there hasn't been much to look forward to cinematically or just TV-wise in a little while. The last movie theater in the Bronx outside of the one in Bay Plaza just shut down. Mm-hmm. So the whole borough of the Bronx only has one movie theater. In the city of Peekskill, we lost our one movie theater for a little while. It's back up. People aren't going out and buying tickets to the movies anymore. I'm going to bite the bullet and see the new Bad Boys this weekend with Aki.
Really?
Yeah, I just want to go to a movie theater.
Yeah.
AMC? No, I don't know where we're gonna go. I just know I'm gonna go see Bad Boys. I know I'm gonna go check out Fat Martin Lawrence.
Oh.
I've been there since he was skinny in Blue Streak.
Yep, we know. Appreciate you.
I saw the
Black Knight is mine.
Yeah, I fuck with Black Knight. I saw that in the theater.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go see the new Venom in October. I didn't even know that there was Venom movies. I just
Oh,
learned
you
today.
know about the Venom.
You know how I feel about Marvel movies, but I saw the preview.
Well, you know how I feel about Eminem.
Yo,
The soundtracks.
yo.
You know how I feel.
Wait, Eminem did the Venom soundtrack?
Yeah, that's the main song. Yo, look this up after Venom.
Oh God,
I know it's great. I love it.
but you know, I you know how I feel about Marvel movies. I think that they're shit on cinema. I think they're shit on film. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely think it's low budget caviar.
I think it's low budget caviar, 3 hours of box wine in explosions, and the Venom 3 trailer looks good. You know what I'm saying? Even though I noticed that they're gonna use the same fucking military base that they use in every fucking action movie, from anything from Marvel all the way down to Fast and Furious, it looks like Venom is rocking the shit. You know what I'm saying?
You got to.
I don't think they have to. I think these niggas get so much money that you could pick a different military base.
Nah.
But
can't be the oldie. It can't be the classic.
I say all that to say this. I am patiently waiting for a 50 Cent doc to explode on. No Diddy. Netflix and 50 Cent have stricken a deal for Surviving Diddy. Yeah. And I think it's going to be classic. I think we're going to get cameos from everyone in G Unit.
50 Cent is so
from Uncle Murder down to Spider Loke. You know what I mean? I think we're going to get what Spider Loke thinks about Diddy. But in the meantime, TMZ has put out a documentary on Tubi about Diddy. I think it's called Surviving Diddy.
I don't think that they actually, because it's TMZ. TMZ is a well-known publication, really well-known celebrity gossip publication. The fact that it's on Tubi,
they couldn't even strike a deal. 50 Cent clowned him. He said, yo, y'all niggas is going to Tubi.
Yeah.
But I watched it. And
that's crazy.
I've concluded one thing from watching this TMZ documentary. And that is Stevie J. I feel bad for him. Because either way, he's the unluckiest man on earth. And he's either the guiltiest unlucky man on earth, or he is the unluckiest innocent man on earth.
Mm-hmm. Either or.
Put yourself in Stevie J's shoes, right? He was the only real celebrity they could get to talk.
Yeah.
And I know TMZ would have loved to have anyone else besides Stevie J as the one celebrity in the doc. However, Stevie J is the only one besides Meek Mill with something to clear up, right? So I want you to think about the last few weeks or months of Stevie J's life, and I want you to put yourself in his shoes, and I want you to think what this would feel like if you're innocent, and what this would feel like if you were guilty. Either way, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Diddy is gone. Diddy is on a plane.
Yep.
He's on his way out the country.
Mm-hmm.
Stevie J is at Diddy's house. Stevie J is in the studio, the shower, something along those lines. He's just at his man's crib. We've all been at our man's crib when your man's ain't there. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Out of nowhere, the FBI busts in and they make him get on the floor. They're raiding the house. And Stevie J is
inside.
Stevie J is inside.
That sounds like it was planned.
This is, listen, either way, if you're Stevie J.
Because if I even have an inkling that my house is gonna be raided potentially, but if you call me, I'm gonna be even if you're not going to my house, I'm gonna tell you, just by the way, don't go to my house. I would just say, by the way, don't go to my house.
Stevie J is in there when the feds go in.
Oh God.
After that, Stevie J is berated online with a whole slew of, yo, you know what's going on. Now, here's the thing. Stevie J, he comes across as if he's around when any of this is going on, it's out of his control.
Yeah.
I don't see Stevie J standing up to Diddy, right? However, if he's not around when this is going on, now you're being attacked online as if you are just as complicit as Diddy because you're the only one in the house, right? After that, the rumors of an alleged sex tape with Stevie J getting fucked in it goes around on the internet.
Oh, so this photo. Wait, so okay. Now I was under the impression that the Stevie J being gay thing came before this. This is after
he
this?
said that these rumors have been circulating for a while. The
they have
resurfaced. A gay porn star on Twitter said, "Yo, that's me. That's not Stevie J."
Okay.
People were like, "We don't care. You know, you still gay."
Yeah.
Then 50 Cent comes out and basically just completely humiliates Stevie J on the yo, you gay tip. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
So now Stevie J is on a press run to clear up his name. Like
to not be gay.
Every question they ask this nigga, he's like, I've never seen it. You know what I'm saying?
2020,
it's not me.
2024
You know what I mean?
and having to have an anti-pride campaign is crazy.
So imagine, because after the video with Cassie, it's pretty
man.
easy to assume that everything that we've heard of Diddy is like 80%.
80% true, yeah.
Now, if this whole trial goes through, he gets arrested, indicted, et cetera, and nothing comes out about Stevie J, I'm going to go on record and say it now. I think the world owes Stevie J an apology. This man has been thrown into raids. This man has had false gay sex tapes put out on him.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So much so that he had to be the only. I feel like they didn't even have a documentary till Stevie J said, yo, I need to talk to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, can you imagine? Bro, I would be sick. Like, imagine you don't know none of this shit. And next thing you know, just from using a nigga's studio, you end up in the midst of gay pedophile.
Yeah,
rumors.
this is
I just feel bad.
No, this is like you don't know that your man's has a underground sex dungeon in his crib, but he invites you over and like he's like, you know what? I'm gonna go cap some bogeys real quick. You're like, you want some? I'm like, all right, yeah, cool.
Nigga
So,
go to Bermuda.
Yeah, right. The nigga leaves.
I'm going to get milk.
Nigga leaves exactly. Nigga pulls the ultimate not
Irish
a dad.
goodbye,
Yeah, right. Is that what it's called? An Irish goodbye?
When you don't tell niggas that you're actually like leaving,
yeah.
you just dip out. It's called the Irish
That's
goodbye.
That's hilarious.
You know what I mean?
Oh man, but your man's got this whole operation going under, and you in his crib, and right as the feds are about to bust that operation of the underground fuck club, you just so happen to be the only nigga in the club,
Finishing
in the house.
Nigga in there finishing his ad libs. He's
Exactly.
like, yo, nigga finishing his ad libs. Like, yo, Pup, I think I'm gonna come down and redo the
Yo,
ad
Pup, how
libs.
this happen?
Pup, yeah. Pup, get the fuck on the ground. Like, you Stevie J, my nigga. Wouldn't hurt a fly. And stop saying, yo, if he was that close to him, he knew what was going on. Let me tell you something. I shared, this goes, no Diddy. We come from that trap. Like, I done shared beds with niggas that was stashing guns under my bed and I didn't know they was there.
Yep.
Shout out my nigga Bama, man. I could talk about it now because nobody got killed. But this nigga, man, he was living with me for fucking 6 months. He got jumped. Nigga came home. Told me, get up. Flipped the mattress. There was a 357 in that shit.
Yep.
No safety.
No safety on it.
I ain't know that shit was there. You know what I'm saying?
Long barrel.
I lived on the same floor as my elementary school bus monitor for years. This nigga used to walk his elderly mom to the fucking store every day. One day, I pulled up to the building. The FBI was carrying 8 to 9 duffel bags worth of bricks and money out of his crib. This man was friends with my grandfather, right? I knew all the fiends, all the hustlers. I never knew this nigga even sold weed. It is very possible for your man to have a whole criminal organization under your nose.
Baji, I just find it crazy that there's so many people talking about, well, if you knew this, but you was friends with this person, you would have known. You should have known, right? There is a whole bunch of y'all in relationships right now with girls that you were with 5 minutes ago that she was sucking dick like earlier that day.
And you have no idea.
And you have no idea. I had no idea. And I'm talking to fellas. I'm not even
sucking
talking
my
to
dick too.
Sucking Bachi's dick. All right, he don't shave. He only shave on the weekends. If she got him during the week,
you know what I mean?
That's it. That's it.
I only shave when I know there's guarantee neck involved.
Exactly.
I don't look at my shit Molly Watt. All right.
But my whole point is that it's like
you was there.
We're not gonna talk about that. Anyway, my whole point
I shave on my way to the neck, nigga.
My point is, this idea that you can know someone or know everything about someone just because you're in close proximity of that person is just wrong. Get that out of your head. Get that out of your head. This is why y'all are too trusting. All right, I never assumed that I know what, like, even when it, like I know Bachi here incredibly well. I know him better than most people probably in his family knows him, right? However, when he comes running to my house, that could imply that he's really happy to see me, or that could imply that there's someone after him. There's no way for me to know. There's no way for me to know, and I take that right into consideration when a nigga show up.
My niggas that do crime, when they start getting into certain shit, I'm like, I don't want to know. Because if the feds show up, I don't want to know
Exactly.
nothing.
I don't want to know nothing.
I
I don't even want to have to potentially lie about the thing
That's
that
what
I
I'm
may
saying.
not know. I'd rather it be an unknown unknown. Like, I didn't know he was doing that.
But we were watching. Steve made a good point, which I just want to say our friend Steve is the funniest nigga because this nigga don't tell us nothing. Like,
Yeah.
we talked about so much today, and then I get in this car, this nigga got new rims. You know what I'm saying? Like, at no point did he think to mention that. But fucking like, yo, we noticed this is obviously in Diddy's favor. This documentary, it's biased in his favor, and I don't think TMZ wanted it to be that way. It's just literally, I'm telling you, like every other cutscene is to Stevie J. Like
Really?
they bring on
So it's more
Bro.
about Stevie J than it is about Diddy?
This is Stevie J's doc, my nigga.
This is,
You know what I'm
this
saying?
is crazy.
It literally, like, it'll
This is
tell you where
crazy.
it's like November 2023, Cassie, and it'll like show her on the red carpet. Then it'll cut to Harvey, like this is when they raided.
Yeah.
Then it'll cut back to like a scene of Diddy dancing in slow motion, and then it just cuts to Stevie J, son. You know what I mean?
that's-
Like, yo, this shit is crazy, yo. And it's fucked up because, like, here's the thing about like shitty content. This is a serious matter,
Yeah.
but y'all editing and y'all choice of people
of distribution.
you know what I'm saying? Choice of distribution, choice of guests. I can't stop laughing, my
Oh, my
nigga. Like, I'm
God.
like, yo, this should not be funny.
Oh my God, y'all releasing docuseries on free streaming platforms.
Yo, 50, hurry up, son. I know masterpieces take time. You know what I'm saying? Go grab Van Lathan. Go grab Uncle Murder. You know what I mean? Let's get this right.
and make something of it because this is nuts. This is getting out of hand.
You have any input on the Diddy Tubi thing?
I don't have any input on the Diddy Tubi
I
thing because
think you
I didn't know there was a Diddy Tubi thing. And if there was a Diddy Tubi thing, I would expect it to be as unreliable as you are painting it. So
Y'all niggas got money. You better let me go watch the Trap Lord Raw shit. It'll be all right.
oh my God,
Fuck, dude, that shit was terrible.
Blastoise is ashamed.
So in today's news, Houston made #1 in the top 20th dirty cities in the USA list.
Wow.
I didn't even know that they made lists like these. I've never been to Houston, Texas.
Yeah, I've heard good things.
I've heard good. I never heard about it being dirty.
Yeah, I never heard about that either. Well, I mean, it's kind of hard in context because we're in New York. Just so you know, if you're a listener and you still don't realize where we're at, we're in New York right now. Most people from New York can't go to anywhere else really and say that it's dirty.
Yeah,
and if we do say that it's dirty, best believe that place is fucking dirty.
Yeah,
Like,
because like one of our icons is like a rat.
yeah,
A pigeon.
yeah,
You know what I'm
just
saying?
dirty shit.
Dirt,
yeah,
grimy.
bodegas.
Yeah, I mean, so I figured let's go through the list real quick. Right?
Yeah, okay.
#1, Houston, Texas.
Yeah.
#2, Newark, New Jersey. I could believe it.
I feel like that should be higher on the list.
Think it
Newark,
should
New
be number
Jersey.
one?
I think that Newark, New Jersey should be higher on the list.
I mean, it can
think-
only go one space higher.
shout out
So-
to my cat. Shout out to my
yeah,
cat.
the cat
One
gonna
of my
get
many
cut with the
cats.
machete by accident.
Cash,
You know what I
stop.
mean?
Stop.
So you think Newark should be #1 on the list? Because that's
Yeah, I
only
think
one thing
I
above it.
don't think Newark should be #1. I think Newark should be top 5. Newark should be top 5.
It's #2.
Oh, it's wait.
That's what I said. So
wait,
all right.
starting. Oh,
Yeah,
I thought we
we're
were
going-
counting down.
Oh, all right, I'll count down. Let's count down.
Oh.
That makes more sense.
Okay.
#20, Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
I feel like it might be the dirtiest in the sense of people.
Fort Lauderdale is pretty dirty. I spent a lot of time around Fort Lauderdale and Daytona.
Yeah.
As growing up young, one of the things that anywhere where like a lot of bikers congregate
Got
is
it.
probably going to be dirty.
Yeah.
All right. Shout out to you, Sons of Anarchy niggas. You know, a lot of you niggas.
#19, Las
Dirty.
Vegas, Nevada.
Ooh, Las Vegas. Las Vegas is morally dirty. It's morally dirty. It's the only state that
I haven't
has
been to
legal
a lot of these places.
Yeah, well, it's the only state that has legal prostitution. So that already makes it somewhat dirty.
18, Hollywood, Florida. I've seen the people that live in Hollywood. Y'all are dirty.
Hollywood, Florida is a vacation spot or a retirement spot for old people that can't
It's for
afford
the niggas
Miami.
That, y'all about to say it's for niggas that's too broke to live in Miami.
Yeah,
17, Palmdale, California.
Palmdale. You know why I believe that? I believe that where is it? What place is it? Number
17.
17. I believe that because any place that Afro Man makes a song about, it's got to be at least remotely dirty. And he made a song about Palmdale. So that has to be pretty dirty.
I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit. I just want to say New York is number 12.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
but keep this.
Wait a minute.
This is the turn. New York is number 12, which
Okay.
I gotta say, if any of y'all is dirtier than New York City, New York, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But guess who's number 10?
Okay, so New York is
Number 12.
12.
Guess who's number 10?
Who's number 10?
Yonkers, New York.
What?
Yonkers is number 10, son. Yonkers is number 10, son. I agree.
Dirtier than Mount Vernon?
Dirtier than Mount Vernon.
Oh my God! Is it because it's bigger?
Because you gotta think about, I think
because it's bigger,
and the hood is bigger.
no, that's
The hood is bigger. Let's go to top 5, right? Number 5.
I'm so sorry, D Block.
Nah, but Jersey got it bad. Number 5 is Jersey City, New Jersey.
Number 5 is Jersey City. Yeah,
I
okay.
didn't feel Jersey City was that dirty. when I
Jersey
was
City
there.
is dirty. Unless you're in the once you get past Paramus into the suburbs, when you're in Montclair, Jersey, that's not dirty. Once you get to Paramus, that area, it starts getting dirty.
Now here's the thing that fucked me up. Number 4 is Detroit, Michigan. You would think number 1, I gotta know, what are y'all basing this off of?
Yo, wait a minute. It's Detroit.
All
Where's
right.
Flint in that?
Hold on. Let me say.
Oh, God.
They scored them on pollution, living conditions, infrastructure, and resident satisfaction. How is Detroit, Michigan not number 1?
Yeah. You know what? I've heard, with respect to Detroit, I've heard that Detroit is kind of making a bit of a comeback. I've heard that they're making a bit of a comeback.
You can get a house for $1.
I don't know where that comeback is in Detroit, Michigan. Maybe y'all can point it out in the comment section. But I've heard that Detroit has been on a bit of a upshift.
Number 3, San Bernardino, California. I just want to say, if you're how you, I don't get it. I disagree with this. I would say probably pollution.
Yeah.
California is heavily polluted.
Well, it's a mixture. It's a mixture of things.
LA was number 15.
Well, bro, it's a mixture of things, right? So it's all right. So it's living conditions, right? So is there a lot of homeless people in LA? Yes, there is. But there's also a bunch of rich motherfuckers that live in the hills.
Yeah, San Bernardino probably got the nasty way.
Yeah, San Bernardino probably doesn't have as many rich people and has as equal amount of homeless people, which it can bring it down in the ranking.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because LA standard of living is pretty high if you're not broke. That's a key word.
How do you feel about Pat McAfee referring to Caitlin Clark as a white bitch?
I feel like women. I'm sorry, I hate to break it to you, y'all. If y'all want the WNBA to ever be equal to the NBA, y'all got to get over shit like this. You got to LeBron was told to shut up and dribble, which is, in my opinion, is the politically correct way of calling him a nigger.
Yeah,
that's politically correct. Nigger, shut up and play.
I don't know if the WNBA is mad. I just know that he's in trouble for saying it because he said it on national TV.
Ah, man, that's okay. Then never mind.
This is what I think.
Yeah, that's the FCC.
I think Cameron and Mace got y'all niggas fucked up. Y'all are dying to be edgy, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Calm it down.
I don't think as far as I know, in terms of Pat McAfee, I don't think edgy is a trend for him. I think he's always kind of been like that. He's always kind of been like that. So when you told me, oh, Pat McAfee called someone a bitch, I was like, yeah.
Well,
yeah, that sounds about accurate.
But here's the thing: this is 2 weeks removed from when they were putting Shannon. They were getting on top of Shannon Sharp for letting, I think it was Paul Pierce, say nigga on air. A lot of this is all coming after Cameron and Mace have been making such a wave in the sports commentating world, because even now Anthony Edwards, who they were just ESPN and everybody was just comparing to Michael Jordan, he's one of the most American. I mean, he's one of the. He's gearing up to be one of the biggest faces of the league because he's young, black, and American, and he's doing well compared to a lot of these other people like Luka Doncic and Jokic, who although they are dominating the sport, they're foreign and aren't as marketable and relatable. He just did an Adidas commercial. I don't know if it's on TV. I think it's just on Twitter where he's responding to Cameron and Mace in the commercial. Adidas is so they are making a wave. I think. I noticed with Inside NBA by TNT bringing Draymond Green in to do to do the interviews, like to do the post game interviews and everything, to the point now where that same team of Anthony Edwards, the Minnesota Timberwolves, refused after their win to go sit down with TNT because remember, Draymond this season just choked out Rudy Gobert.
Yeah.
What it says to me is they're more concerned with getting the edgy takes from the internet because remember, Draymond has an online podcast.
Yes.
It seems to me that the internet it's just like hip hop and radio.
Okay.
Where the radio starts playing the hot song in hip hop later after it takes off on the internet.
Yeah, it's already been
popular. I think a lot of this is I think it's niggas trying to deliver. I don't think it's the companies.
Yeah.
I think it's the hosts noticing this, trying to sneak it in, and it going a little bit too far in this case because you're saying the word bitch and you're a man. Whereas Paul Pierce saying nigga in reference to another man, it just hits different. I don't know, man. I don't really give a fuck.
Yeah.
I think if this happened on the internet, but what I did find funny is him sneaking it in, and you hear the silence of the room.
Oh, yeah.
And he notices the silence of the room. But what do they tell you? Talk through it. You know what I'm saying?
Keep it pushing. Even when you're bombing, listen, the first rule of comedy is even if you're bombing, just keep going.
Keep going.
So just keep going.
It was funny.
Yeah, when you're going to hell, keep going.
It was almost a it was almost a George Bush doesn't care about black people moment.
Yeah.
Totally not as dramatic, but it felt that way,
almost. Like I said, man, I don't know. I'm gonna be honest, like with the amount of lesbians in the league, y'all call each other bitches. Y'all probably call each other way worse things than bitches.
Yeah, but they're gonna look at it like it's not comparable, but they're gonna say it's a white man.
This is a white man. This is a white man. But if it was Shannon Sharpe who said it, if it was Charles Barkley who called them bitches, they would say, well, it's an NBA legend. Because here's my thing, right? I've been called a bitch. I've been called way worse shit than a bitch by way less reputable people. I'm going to be honest with you. And I was just like, you know what? Because of laws and shit and the way that this world works, I can't just whip this motherfucker's ass. I really can't. I want to, but I can't. I feel like this is a nothing burger, man. Take that out. Caitlin Clark, regardless of being called bitch, is bringing more attention to the sport, to WNBA than ever before. Just roll with it. Just goddamn it, roll with it. Just roll with it. Let's be real. Because I'm tired of the political correctness and shit. Bro, there is no one's ever been watching the WNBA before now.
Are you gonna tune in?
No one. No, because it's one, I don't even really care about basketball like that. Everyone knows that. All right. I'm more of a football guy. But two, if you can get attention garnered to your sport, all these women complaining about the pay gap and shit and not being paid as much. Yo, use this and use it to bolster your fans up. Use this as some kind of battle cry to get more women to watch the sport. That's what you do. But don't complain on fucking.
I don't think they're complaining. We have no proof that the women are complaining.
Yes.
We only know that he's in trouble because he said it on TV.
I know.
But you're saying use this as good marketing.
I know on Twitter, the majority of motherfuckers who is complaining is not niggas. It's not men. It's not men. There's no way. Because we get called way worse just growing up.
So I was looking at the news today, right?
Yeah.
And two cops got shot in Elmhurst, Queens, right? They lived. You know what I mean? I seen Eric Adams on TV making a fool of himself. This nigga's hilarious, even when he's talking about something crazy, something tragic. But what happened was this young Latino man was going the wrong way on a one-way on one of the scooters. Ooh. They started chasing him down. He got off, shot at the niggas. They shot him in the ankle, which I got to say, a lot of the times we highlight when cops do fucked up shit. Got to salute the fact they got shot at and still shot the nigga in the ankle and didn't kill him because that was an easy kill.
Nah, man. To a black guy, that's ending your NBA career potentially.
Yeah, he was Latin, so it's a soccer career. Yeah, it was a soccer, football career.
You fucking up Poppy's baseball career, man. Cut it out, man.
But I mean, hey, they could have lit him up. But here's the thing that stood out as interesting to me, right? They said that in, I think it was 2022 or 2021, there was like one pattern of scooter, moped, dirt bike related robberies, right?
Okay.
By 2022, the next year, or 2023, they were able to notice 80 patterns of scooter / moped dirt bike related robberies. So what they're trying to say is that ever since this influx, because I remember like when the mopeds got hot in New York City. Like I remember when like out of nowhere everybody got a scooter, got
like
a moped.
2021.
That shit hit like crack cocaine. There's no moped factories in the hood. It just all got dropped on us. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. At one time.
80 patterns in one area of moped scooter robbery. And so what they're doing is they're getting a 2-for-1. They're using this to double down on gun control. But they're also using this as a way to say that somehow scooters and mopeds are contributing to the robberies. Here's my thing. Do I think that if you see a young nigga with a shiesty on a moped that you should probably go the other way? Yes. Yeah. I do know the level of freedom and bravery that a moped gives you when you ride it. You know what I'm saying?
It's amazing.
However, I also don't think that we were just studying trends of moped related robbery until the nigga Eric Adams wanted to get all the speakers and off the mopeds off the street. And here's the thing, right? I be in the Bronx.
Yep.
And I noticed how the morale of blocks changed during and post-COVID when the moped Bluetooth speaker craze began. Yep. It just seemed like one day you walk down Fordham or you walk down whether it's 149, any popular commerce strip in the Bronx, not only could you get a moped and a Bluetooth speaker for sale, you could also finance them.
Yeah.
And overnight, everybody had scooters, mopeds, and big LED Bluetooth speakers. And I just want to say, it was lit in the Bronx, my nigga. Every block you went on, you see the young niggas, they on their mopeds, they got the Bluetooth fucking bungee corded to the back of it. Like, the shit was a vibe. You know what I'm saying?
And considering, and we got to say this, considering how expensive it is to have a car in New York City because of, well,
fuck
potential
the car,
theft.
Insurance.
I was going to say, because, well, potential car and theft, depending on what kind of car, you can get your tires stolen in the city mad easy. That, insurance, like, bro, like allowing a kid who's like maybe 17, 18 on the verge of getting his license, the ability to pick up a chick and maybe bring her back to, man, that's life-changing, bro.
So remember, I said all that to say this. I think it might have been a year ago. Eric Adams did this whole thing where he seized like 1,000 Bluetooth speakers and mopeds and like stacked them up behind him and did the speech of like, we're taking these off the streets. This was his thing. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, this nigga is on the press thing. Like, what is it called? The thing where
podium.
He's at the podium with the cop's vest that got shot. He's talking about this a bullet hole. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he has on a white polo with his name in like easy to read script on his shit. It just say Eric Adams. I just want to say, my nigga, I've never seen a mayor with his name on his shit.
With a name embroidered on his shirt.
This nigga's a doof. Like, Nick Cuz looked like he was just running a pizza shop 30 minutes before this.
Nigga, we know who you are. You're the mayor of NYC. Can you fucking act like it? Who the fuck? What kind of mayor gets embroidered shirts
and he's
of his own name?
using this cop shooting
Jesus Christ
to help promote his campaign of get the mopeds off the street. You know what I'm saying? Now, mind you, I don't have an opinion either way. I just want to say, well, no, I'll get to my opinion. What I'm saying is, it was very clear that this nigga sat there and said, what did he get robbed on? Moped? See what I mean?
Got it.
What I mean?
Got it.
Got
the spin right there.
Let me ask.
The motivation.
Do you think mopeds are contributing to robberies? Or do you think that robberies are contributing to moped sales? Like, how do you think this is going down?
I definitely think it's the robberies contributing to the moped, because here's the thing. Like, at the end of the day, right, a lot of these things are unregistered. They're easy to steal. They're easy to steal from other people, right? They're easy to steal from other people. Now, in New York, we already know about how many dealers, plugs, drive around in unregistered cars. And that's a problem, right? That's a problem. We acknowledge that's a problem. But it just makes it so much easier to steal. Like, who's checking the registries of mopeds, of valid mopeds on the street? You're already trying to get rid of them. You already don't want them.
I know a lot of niggas with no types of credit getting finance loans on these mopeds.
On these mopeds.
My nigga, you know what I'm saying?
On these mopeds.
Yeah,
It's so easy. A plug can get
you
a
don't
moped
even gotta
so
give me your
easy.
social security. You just give me your Instagram to make us give you a loan, my nigga. You know what I'm
And
saying?
second, honestly, how I feel is like the current NYC, you niggas is turning New York into a Uber Eats city anyway. So you're only really fucking yourselves by doing this, right? Y'all only really fucking yourselves. I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you.
So yeah, what came first, the robbery or the mopeds? The answer is the robbery, because you know what I mean. Niggas was getting robbed on bikes.
Bikes,
Like
exactly.
bicycles.
Here's my thing. Like Eric Adams. All right, so is your solution maybe, I don't know, banning all types of electronic shit? Because you could just get an electronic bike and it can be the same exact thing.
I think he considers it anything that like there's probably
Like, what's the difference between legally or even like
I would think it's a miles per hour thing. I think it would be something, anything that goes over like 30 miles per hour that's not, that doesn't have four wheels.
I'm pretty sure an electronic bike can go at least 30. At least,
No, that's
at
what
least
I'm
20.
saying. So
Yeah.
like all of that shit is probably grouped in. Like I don't think they're gonna when they say scooters, I think they just mean anything that has less than four wheels and goes over 30 miles an hour. You
I
know
don't
what I'm
know,
saying?
because they not specified. Is it electric?
Because they got all
scooters?
types of shit.
Is it gas powered
They
scooters?
don't give a fuck.
They don't care. Exactly.
It has, like I said, it has to be
They don't
wheels
care.
and miles per hour.
They
Like,
don't-
you know what I mean?
Listen,
Because you ride down, you take that highway exit on Gun Hill in the Bronx, you're gonna see a nigga on the highway with one of them little mopeds.
and you know the thing that pisses me off is that none of it solves the problem. The problem is that niggas in New York are broke. Why are they broke? Because for a whole 2 years you shut down every fucking thing. So there's more broke people than ever before. And now, in order to do something about the brokenness that you caused, now you're just getting rid of more ways for people to not be broke.
How you feel about the nigga beating his meat in the club?
I'm not gonna lie, I wanted to beat my meat.
I wanted to
in
beat
the
my
club.
meat in the I never wanted to beat my meat in the club, but I've been in the club and knew I wasn't getting no play. But like,
I
I'm
wanted
gonna
to
beat
beat
the shit out my meat when I go
I
home.
wanted to beat my meat at least in the bathroom. Like, I'm not gonna wait. I'm not gonna let this hard dick wait. I'm not gonna let this stew. I'm not gonna let this hard dick. I'm a man. All right.
It's like when you see something in your mind, you be like, I want to remember that when I beat off. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like I want to remember Shorty's heel.
Well, that's the thing. Sometimes I just want the rock hard erection. Sometimes I want the tease. Like sometimes,
Smell the rock is cooking.
Exactly. Like I'm testing my own limits. I'm seeing how far I can.
I feel you wanting to beat off in the club because you always the ride home. Like you got
exactly.
You got to ride. You got to drop me back home.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, nigga don't
man.
want his dick to stay on
You
that
know what I'm
long.
saying?
You know what I mean?
Exactly. Like I gotta have a numb ass and a hard dick.
You know what I mean? Where's the wildest place you ever beat your dick, sir?
The wildest place I've ever beat my dick. Ooh.
No Diddy.
Oh man, no Diddy here. No Diddy here.
I
Diddy
still
here.
stand by No Puff. I think No Puff is
Damn.
better than No Diddy, but
I'm not gonna lie. The wildest place I ever beat my dick.
I beat my dick in a field in North Carolina one time.
Oh man, I gotta
I mean,
think about this.
I ain't finished though. I realized it was crazy. I said, let me go to the bathroom. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
I was young though. I was like 10, 11.
I'm not gonna lie. It'd probably be a strip club. It'd probably be a strip
You
club.
beat your dick at the strip club?
Yeah, because it's like
Yeah, nah,
I ran out of money. I went to the bathroom. I handled it. I just handled it.
Was
Cause
I there with you that day?
maybe
I might have been.
you might have been. You might have been. But listen, if I run out of money,
Yo, you know what'd be dumb fun?
Yeah.
You know what's hilarious about that is like 9 times out of 10, it'd be a nigga in the bathroom with the little colognes and the,
Oh,
and
yeah.
the breath mints.
Uh-huh.
Like, yo, this
Yeah.
nigga, Chris gave him $1, put his hand out, the nigga just squirted the Vaseline and squirted the lotion and this shit.
He already knew the vibes. Dexter knew the vibes. Yo, but I'd probably say strip club only because like listen, I ran out of money. I'm not gonna have a bunch of women tantalizing me to go to the ATM and spend more money. I'm gonna take the power out of your hands. I'm just gonna jerk my dick. There it is.
You be
Go on.
tipping a nigga in the strip club at the sink that be handing you the paper towels and spraying you with Axe.
Never.
You know what I mean?
Never.
Yo, Sha, I miss Sue's
Never.
Rendezvous. That nigga used to sell Lucy's. That shit was official. Son.
There it
You know
is.
what I mean? Speaking of things you shouldn't do with your dick, Louisiana is in motion to pass this bill that is going to surgically castrate sexual offenders that have committed acts against people 13 and younger. So pedophiles.
Yeah.
The Democrats are actually pushing this bill.
Yeah.
And it's making traction. I can't verify that it has or has not been passed, especially at the time of this airing.
Yeah.
But they're talking about if you get caught, they're going to surgically castrate you.
Yeah.
Which I don't really know what that means. It just, to me, it seems as if you ain't gonna be able to use your dick after.
Pretty much.
They're also saying they're gonna try to find a way to do it for women.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now here's the thing.
Yeah. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. Y'all been so efficient in holding women responsible for fucking young boys in schools.
Yeah, I mean,
y'all been so good at that. Yeah, good luck.
But here's my thing, right? Do I support the bill? Yes and no. I like the idea of not allowing someone to continuously hurt young people, especially because of how the sentences usually go when it comes to pedophile charges, especially on a cop-out. What I don't believe in is the justice system, and I think that's a fucked up thing to play with. Now, mind you, we're talking about places that have the death penalty.
Yeah.
Under the guys that I didn't do it and I was wrongfully accused. I'm not speaking about niggas that did it.
They actually did it.
I might rather die than not be able to use my dick for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? So I would like to think, like, hopefully you know for sure that this person did it. Like, I would think that it should be, if you, like, I don't know, I feel like there should be guys too, like there should be DNA evidence. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
like,
you raise a good point. And the reason why I'm gonna say you raise a good point is because like this doesn't actually solve the problem of not of curbing the appetite of rape. Like, most rape isn't about sex, it's about the thrill and the power that someone gets of being dominant over someone, or
the trauma that they face that they're trying to put on other people.
And that's what I'm saying. So it's like, even if
I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut it, but it's like a lot of the times, if you go through people that commit these acts, they're people that have been abused themselves, that are trying to recreate the trauma in a way that's pleasurable for them, so that they can get over their own.
Yes, they can cope with it.
I'm not saying it, nigga. I got kids. I got a daughter. I'll kill one of you niggas. I'm just saying, this is another. Let's not attack the problem. Let's, you know what I'm saying, feel better about the solution.
Yes. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, like I said, like I was saying,
my bad.
Yeah, no. It doesn't really solve the problem. Like, I mean, just because you castrate, you cut a nigga's balls or dick off, like, all right, so then there's gonna be a whole bunch of people walking around getting raped by rune chicks. Like, I don't, you're right. I don't, it doesn't really solve the problem. All you really open it up to, instead of a guy using his penis, he's using an object. So it really doesn't solve the problem. I'd rather you have a motherfucker in there for 20, 50 years, right, than or have him in jail to the point where he's literally physically too weak to actually be able to assault someone. Then, it's a 30-year-old man who still has the strength of a 30-year-old man. Just cut his balls off
and let him go,
and then send him out there.
Why not just up the penalty?
Yeah, like, I don't.
Why not just up the penalty on it?
That doesn't really,
because it's not like sexual offenders get treated well in jail.
They don't. They don't at all. At all.
Right, so raping them,
and that's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying. Right? I know, but I just never understood that. It doesn't really make a lot of sense to me because it doesn't really actually solve the problem. The problem is motherfuckers is crazy and they out here raping. All right, chopping their dicks off isn't gonna make them not rape, because the fact that they have a dick doesn't mean they're gonna rape. Choppy pee pee. Pretty much.
WWF in the 90s. Like, that's the thing about, like, Diddy and Vince McMahon. It's like, their accusations don't help the legacy.
No,
like,
not at all.
Diddy's most famous ad-libs were "Can't Stop, Won't Stop, Take That, Take That."
Take that.
And
take that.
Vince
and
McMahon
Bad Boy.
And Bad Boy. And Vince McMahon is responsible for Choppy Pee Pee.
Yeah. Not good.
Like, comment, subscribe. It was a nasty podcast today.
It was a very strange one. A lot of weird stuff. A lot of things that make people uncomfortable.
Is this what the warm weather brings, my nigga?
Of course.
The first nice day, they like, Diddy. Yeah, my nigga, like, yo, son.
Listen, it is New York City sundress season out here. So it's both great and the nastiest time to be in New York City, because a lot of you're wearing sundresses and you should. Quite frankly, you should feel bad.
What a nasty time to be alive.
Mm-hmm.
First of the month show.
Like, comment, subscribe. We're out of here.
Yay.